Hello everyone, welcome. It's Wednesday the 3rd of December 2025 and you're watching Stamp with Michelle Pepper. So I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Auckland in New Zealand, and I come live on Facebook on Wednesdays at 1:30 New Zealand time to show a couple of projects from start to finish, just to help to inspire you along and give you some ideas on how to use our products and Stampin' Up products. And I will be uploading the videos onto YouTube, so you can access that anytime, because Facebook only keeps the video for 30 days and then it will just delete it. Alright, so welcome again, and yeah, so please do say hello in the comments. That will be really good, just to know, just to be able to connect with you as well. So today I have a couple of projects to show you that are using Pine Tree Trimmings stamp set and dies. So these came out in September 2025. It was an online exclusive, still is an online exclusive item, so you won't find it in our catalogs, but you will be able to find it on the website. Okay, so if I just flip you around and just making sure that I've got the right button and lighting down here, we have a very thundery, stormy day today, so I'm hoping that it doesn't cut off. I'm hoping that my internet connection will be fine. Now, is it focused or is it like really blurry? Okay, just sorry about the glare. I'm not sure what to do with that. Just move that out of the way, I guess. All right, so sorry, I have the joyful tidings out just to show you what I've done, because this when it originally came out, it came out in, it's in one of these cases, but Stampin' Up is actually phasing out this, the storage system. And so it's now all going to be in these clear envelope pouches. So what I've done with this one is I've just, transferred it onto one of these pouches that I have available. The new pouches are actually much longer and a little bit wider. So you can see that's the new one. And it's a much nicer enclosure. So if you have a few of Stampin' Up dies, and it's quite a weird design in terms of like the tab going in, and it can be a bit it doesn't go in easily, shall we just say. Okay, so the new one is much nicer to use. So if you have the old one and you're worried about it, don't worry, because the new ones are actually much better design. And okay, so it's longer and it's a little bit wider. So so those are the new packaging. Right, I'll put that away because I'm not using that, and I'm not using Joyful Tidings either, so I'll put that away too. All right, so Pine Tree Trimmings. Now, if you look at this and you're just going, this looks really familiar, and it is, because I have actually shown a couple of projects. I've already made some projects using this stamp set throughout all the different, the previous classes. So you may remember this one. Okay, so that was using the stamp, the trees and these two trees. And we made this a while ago when I was casing one of the pre-designed kits card. It just was inspired by that to make that card. And then we also made this, which was the split negative technique. We have the black and the white on one side. So that's another card that we've done. And then we've also done these TP card, so it folds down flat like that. It fits in our envelope, but you can just pull it together, just put it together with a Velcro, and it stands up like a teepee. So that was so I've used a tree there as well, the words and the present and the stars. So I've used quite a bit in this one. Okay, so today we're going to have another funful, fanciful kind of 3D projects as well, because well, it's kind of coming up to Christmas, and if you are buying things for Christmas, if you're placing order and you're wanting them to arrive before Christmas, then Stampin' Up actually has recommended that we tell our customers to place their orders no later than the 9th of December. So it's the 3rd of December today. So when I come back next week on Wednesday the 10th, if you order then, it'll be too late already. So I just thought I'll just have one last blast on Christmassy projects. So you can, if you are liking something, if this inspires and gives you some ideas and you're wanting to buy things for Christmas, then make sure you order it sooner rather than later, and definitely before the 9th of December. Okay, so project today, I have actually designed this a while ago and I just haven't got around to showing it. So we've got, we're doing this, and we are also making that little ornament here, which you may have seen in the social media by Stampin' Up. So slightly different. I've done mine slightly different from the one that was shown in social media. So so that's the ornament. So I was first, I'm giving you a little bit of a process, okay, of how I created, how I think. Like, so I saw this in the online exclusive, so on the website, you can see samples of it, and I saw this and I really like it because I always like to make Christmas ornaments, and it's just beautiful. But also because it makes really good tags as well. So if you oh, this one, okay, I'll show you later. But this one basically, see, when I do them, I do the first run through, the first draft, and then I work out, oh, you know, like this one, this loop needs to be longer, so then that means I need to give you a longer piece of baker's twine. So yeah, my sample always kind of like you know, the first copy, the first draft, and then I make improvement on it, and so you get the better ones. Right? All right, so yeah, so I wanted to make this ornament, and it requires like 5 of these you know, cut out of the tree, so using that die. So I put them together, so we've got the stamp set and then we've got the matching die. So you've got this Christmas tree die, which is an open one, so that makes really cool. So we need 5 of these, and then now the way I think is like, okay, I don't want to just, you know, I'm always trying to maximize my products, like my supplies. How can I use them and not waste them, right? So so you can get a whole bunch of, like, so obviously you can just, you know, punch out a whole lot or die cut a whole lot of thingies, and then you can have them random like this, right? So you just get a whole bunch of negatives like this. And so for me, I was like, oh, I always like to use the negative. And so I was looking at it and I was thinking, right, how can I do this? So I've worked out on the 12 by 12 sheet of DSP, which is what these, you know, that is a DSP, 12 by 12, 12 inches by 12 inches, or in centimeters, in metric, it's 30.5 centimeters by 30.5 centimeters. And so I worked out that if you can do, right, how do I have any here? Ah. Okay, I thought I had it organized, maybe not. Okay, so I cut out, like, basically, I wanted to measure, I measured it so that I cut out like 5 along. So, so these are measured at 10 to 16, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeter. So 6 times 5 is our 30 centimeter. So if we do, there's a 4 here, so just imagine this one is the same. Like, so on a DSP, so that would be the pretty much the length, the width of the DSP, right, except for a little 0.5 centimeter. So that to me is nice, perfect, you know. So and so I can only just get these out, right, get the die out of that. And so I'm thinking, what can I do with these? Because I have 5 of them, right? Because in order to make my ornament, I will have 5. So what can I do with these? So I came up with this little project, you know, so there will be 5 of these. Because we also have the tree shaker dome. So that's really cool. So they look like this. They come in a box and a pack of 10 of these. Okay, so they're really, really handy. So, so I thought, yeah, okay, I could do that. So basically that's how I worked. So I've got all these. I know that I needed 5. I will have 5 to make my ornament, and then I'll have all these negative. What can I use them for? So one of the projects that I can use them for is this little card that I'm going to show you now. Okay, so that's what we need. That one I put away for now. So let me see. So let's see. So when you get your kind of messed things up a little bit, haven't I? Okay, I guess when you get yours, yeah, when you get yours, it'll be like this, right? It will be, this is, what do I mean by when you get yours? Okay, let me backtrack a little bit in case you're new. So if you are used to me, then sorry, I'm just repeating myself. But basically, I send out kits like this, okay? So what I call class to go kits, because this video is kind of like a class where I show you how to do things. And then if you wanted to do these things yourself, you can craft along with me with whatever supplies you have, and just kind of adapt and change things up. And also, but if you wanted exactly the supplies that I have here, you can get them from me. So I send them out to you. So I just ask that you place an order of $50 or more, and then I'll be able to send you. Then I'll send you these kits, right? So that you can replicate and reproduce these items that I show you in the video. And of course, the video, you can have access to it anytime, so you can always go back to it and and craft along, or you can mix and match and just do whatever you like with it. Okay, so basically the kit comes in like this. All these are all cut out for you, so you don't have to worry about it, right? But I do send out the PDF of what I call card recipe, because in the PDF it has the supplies, tells you exactly what you need. Like you need the tree shaker domes, and the tree shaker domes item code 166064. So I'll have that, and then any measurements like this, you will get the measurements for this. The only thing you won't get in the PDF is step-by-step instruction, because that's what this video is for. The video is the step-by-step instruction, but the PDF will just give you the list so that you can cut things out for yourself if you wanted to. But when I give you the kit, it's usually already cut. Okay, so yeah, this one here, I've already shown you how it's already been cut like this. Okay, so you've got those pieces, those 3 pieces go together, and you've got these, and you've got this flap and this white piece, and that you won't have the chocolates, because you'll have to buy that yourself. Just more hygienic, I guess, like so. So, but what I wanted to show you, excuse me, bit dry. But I wanted to show you what I did. Okay, so this is how it would come. This is how I would have cut it right initially. Don't know where that star came from. That's interesting. Okay, so this is how it starts. So I'm doing the white one here. So you can do, obviously the paper is going to be black and white from the Modern Christmas DSP. So, oh, that doesn't belong there. That belongs in the other project. Okay, right, show you that one later. All right, so it's all like this. And so what I did was I have these kind of layered, right? And then on to here, this is exactly the same size as the card base, or card front anyway. Okay, so I go through that, and once I'm happy with the placement, right, place that, and then I run this through the cut and emboss machine like that. So it may have to go like this, going in, it goes through like this, and then it will cut through 3 layers. So depending on what cardstock you use, like this is the basic white one, which is kind of fine, but when I did the black one, I actually had to do it, I actually had to do 1 extra step because it didn't quite cut through all the 3 layers. So it cut through 2 fine, and then when I removed it, there is the indent on here, but not quite cut through, so I just had to place it again on the indent and aligned it properly, and then run it through, and that's how I cut that one out as well. So, but basically that's what you do. So you layer them on, okay, all 3 layers, put that one on, and then just run it through your stamp cut and emboss machine, and then you'll get this sort of look. So that's what you get. See, you get cut through there, there, and there. So they're all lining up, okay, just like that. Right, so that was just to kind of show you how we do that. Right, let me put this one back. Right, so once you get to this stage, okay, a couple of things I wanted to show you. Do not do what I did, which was if you noticed before, I had this open and it only cut through 1, 2, 3 layers. So during a moment of lapse concentration, I didn't bring this out. I had it like this and I cut through, so I ended up having 4. So I ended up having even that side cut through. Are you sure you can see that? Yeah. So that was a bummer, but I didn't want to waste it, so I just taped it basically and back onto another piece of cardstock. So yeah, so I didn't want to waste that. So be mindful of that. So you want to make sure the back flap is out, and it's only cutting through 3 layers. All right, 3. Do you do 3 like this? Do you do 3 like this? 3. All right, cut through 3 layers. And that's how you do it. Okay, so you've got that, and there was something else that I also have to caution you with, but let me just go through this now. Okay, so the first step you want to do is the shaker dome. Now, that was the other caution. It is not going in here. Okay, if it goes in here, what you get is something like that. Okay, so then I'd have to use something to seal this off. Okay, or maybe, yeah, so that doesn't quite work for what we're doing. Okay, so we don't want to do that. So that is not going onto the card base. That is actually going onto this, okay, this flip, this card front. All right, so let's do that. Very simply, you just remove, it's double-sided. So there's tape all over here is already in the front, and there's tape on the back. We're only removing the tape on the front. Okay, so let's just use this. Come here. You're not going to work for me? Okay. Okay, so it's sticky, sticky, sticky. All right. And then you want this to go on it. Very simple. How's that? And that's it. Okay, and then you want this to go on top. All right, so you've got a nice clean. So the best thing to do, I feel, is I like using my green glue or liquid glue. I love using liquid glue for everything because I just find that it's the safest. I feel like it never fails me. It doesn't come off over time. Like, I feel like sometimes with tape and stamping seal, or we used to have something else. It's not called stamping seal, it's called something else. We used to have that, and I find that projects after a while, we're talking about maybe years, or months, it can come off, it can come away. And so, but I haven't found that so much with the glued items. So I trust my liquid glue a lot more than I trust the other kind of adhesive. They're all good, and let's face it, probably for most people, they don't keep their products, they don't keep what you've given them for years and years and years. I do have some friends that tell me they do. Cheers. And that makes me feel good and makes me want to do more things for you, those of you who keep my things. But yeah, no, we don't expect you guys to keep things, but it's just kind of nice to know that it will last. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so I'm working with glue, so I do like to use my silicone mat, and that's what I find. If anyone has objection to using the liquid glue, it's usually because they get very sticky fingers, generally because you put too much glue, especially new beginners, or I just can't help it sometimes. But that's why I have the silicone mat. I always find that I just run my sticky fingers through it and then it's not sticky. So yeah, so let's go. So that's the front. All right, and then to adhere it to here, all right, so I want it to give it a little bit of room, right? So I don't want it to just go straight on. Okay, so what I want to do then is I will use my, first of all, this is from another project. Okay, we don't need that one because this is the black one. So the black one will get the black tentfold card. So the way this works is that this is going to go like this. Okay, I'll just show you now how that kind of works, so that you can have this pulling up to reveal your chocolates or your candies that are in there. Okay, so this is how it works. Then, so what I want to do now is I want to put this on here, but I use this as my gauge. Okay, so you've got that piece and you've got that piece, which is your card base, and I layer it over so I know where I can put my adhesive. Okay, so I think I'm quite happy with that. It's not quite centered. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. Okay, just covering that little hole. Okay, so then what you want is to have access to these adhesive long strip, so they're good for projects like this. So I want to put a thing right here. So I'm giving it some room, right, so that these, it's not straight on there, but it's fairly straight. And also it's kind of covered up. Okay, so then I can either cut it or try and rip it, but I'll just cut it this on film. Okay, then now I will keep this for another project. Okay, and then I'll just get another long strip. Okay, so got that one there, and then this will go fairly close. Okay, because that kind of is like you're creating like a track, much like a train track. You kind of tell it where it can go and where it needs to stop. Okay, so I'll put that one there. On here. Okay, the bottom one doesn't really matter because it doesn't go all the way down anyway. Okay, right, and put this away so we can use these for other projects. Okay, and so there you go. Now take that off, because that kind of was just to give me direction, and then we can pull these away. It's double-sided foam adhesive strip. Okay. Right, and then basically that just goes on top of it, and line it up as best you can. There you go. You've got that, and you've got that, and then now that just goes in and out. Okay, like that, and now you can fill it with your candy, and then we've got this piece that goes up here. on here because obviously it's black, it's hard to write on it. Okay, so this is how it works. You pull it up and you can eat your chocolates. Okay, put it back. So yeah, these are, I wouldn't eat these now because I've handled it so much. So this is just for show, display only. I probably should put a sign there. It may be that you need to handwrite here to say pull me, but be to avoid mess, lay me flat before you pull me up. Okay, I mean, someone can do this and pull it up, and yeah, you might lose your M&Ms. Okay, so yeah, so I would put some sort of instruction, but otherwise it's pretty safe. All right, because generally, yeah, so that's pretty safe. All right, so that's the design, how you want to do this. My very first prototype, which I decided against, was something like that, where I had a pull tab to pull it off, to pull it up, sorry. But see, what people would tend to do when you see something like this, you would just want to pull it and then all the chocolates will fall out, right? So so that didn't work. So anyway, this is my solution. This is what I came up with. So it's cool little tag. Obviously you can fill it up more. It reminds me of like how chip bags, you know, potato crisp bags, how there's always such a big empty space at the top of the bag. Yeah, so what I wanted to show you was you can, write in here and make it like it's just a little gift. But they look cool, like, you know, in a gift bag as well. So if you got your present, whatever is in your present, and in the bag, and you just have a little tag as well that says, that gives a little bit something extra. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. Different colors, you know, like they all go well together. Yeah, so you can do that. Or you can also use our DSP and make little bags with it as well. So I've got something there, and yeah, you can just put it like that. I mean, isn't that cool? Like to receive a bag with a gift tag that is edible, sort of. It has edible treats. Yeah, so let me put that away. So yeah, so there you go. You can do that. You can also, if you get really fancy, which I was working on a prototype, you can make a box, you know, so to fit it. This is not quite, it's quite thick, my box, my edges, but you can make that and then have another piece over it, so that, yeah, so eventually, so that will be something like this, which I might show next week actually, my last live for the year. I might show you how to do this, using, this one uses a 6x6 piece of DSP. Okay, so that's 6x6 piece of DSP, and then the wrap cover, the lid over it. So 6x6, but obviously that doesn't quite fit this one because this is slightly different dimensions, so we have to have different dimensions for that. So I was using the back of a DSP to kind of make my prototype, and I want to make this slightly bigger. Okay, but with cardstock it might be fine because this is the thicker cardboard, and so it's quite thick on the sides, and so even though it does fit in theory, but because of the thickness, it does make it hard to put it in, although it's growing, it's fine. But yeah, you can do something like that too as a gift, but or even like this. How cool is that as a table gift, right? Oh, maybe not because it doesn't stay up. But yeah, there you go. And so yeah, so that's how we have done this. And I think I wanted to show you, this was, yeah, on the inside I've just used the stamps. So where is it? So I'm just going with the black and white theme. Right, so we've got this, and just using the inner stamp as well, and maybe something like that. Okay, and then use your ruler. You can freehand or you can do it straight. So however you like it, just get a nice pen, get a clear ruler. Oops, where's my clear ruler? And if you have grit paper, that's really handy to have because that helps you keep everything straight. There we go. Something like that. And that's all I've done, just going up straight. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like that. Okay. So I'm just lining up. Yo. So it's good to have the grit paper, huh? Yeah. And just keep going until you have a nice. Okay. Or if you're not fussy, you can just do hand-drawn ones and it'll look even more organic, right? Here you go. So we can do something like that. Just very simply to decorate the inside. Probably doesn't need to, but yeah. And then I can put it on here. Alright, to have my card. But basically you've got those, okay? So that's how you would create that. Alright, so let me just put these away for now. So that's our should probably just stick it on, eh? So hopefully that makes sense, and that will make a really cool treat. I mean, who doesn't like chocolates? Woo! In their card. Okay, so these are the mini M&Ms. We seem to only get them. Oh no, we can get them in bags. Yeah, in pouches. But otherwise, there's those little canister that you can get them. So that's card number 1. Right, I mean project number 1. So project number 2, which is actually what inspired these, is to make these ornament. Okay, so again, you'll have them like this. Okay, so we've got our gold hoop ring thing. I love these. These are so nice and so fine, and it just such a nice. It's not too heavy, and it's just really fine. It just looks classy. Really, really like it. So make sure you get some of that. They'll be so handy for lots of things. Just even on cards. So yeah, they're definitely lightweight enough and thin enough, you know, like fine enough to put it on a card. So then you have, so as I said, we would have 5 of these already cut out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell a lie. Why is it only? Oh, it's because I was okay. It's because I was meant to actually have die cut this, because that was my 5th one. All right, backtracking. Gonna have to do this. I thought I could avoid doing it on the camera. Well, I'll bring these here, so I won't bring the whole machine. Just let me put that aside. Okay. So remember to don't have it folded. Make sure it's folded out. Here you go. Still project 1. Okay, and then that just goes directly. That should be same size. Okay, so if I wanted to, I can just go like this and make sure that it's done properly. And then that goes on here. And I'm just eyeballing, so hey, it is a handmade card. So yeah, just if maybe to help you get over being too much of a perfectionist, just think handmade over hallmarked. What do you guys think? I heard that expression. I didn't come up with it, but I thought that was a really cool expression. Okay, I'm just going to move this a little bit because I want it to make it a little bit more centered. Oh yeah, that will have to do. Yep, that looks good enough for me. Okay, and then I'll put my, so we've got our sandwich, we've got the big platform, number 2. Oops, let me just spin this around so you can see. That's number 2, and then the number 3 plate, oops, this one doesn't have a number 3. Number 3, and then another number. So you've got your project and your die, and then your number 3 goes up as well, goes on top of it, and very carefully, just making sure that nothing moves. I'm gonna put it through. You will hear it cracking, so run it past once and pulling it back twice, and 3 times going through again, and maybe I'll just do one more. 4. So I've gone through it 4 times. Not sure if that will go through, but let's just see. Whoop. Just stuck to it. Okay, so you can see that. Oh yeah, it's gone right through. So again, you know, because I think this is basic white, so it's slightly thinner. So you'll end up with, we've got 2 layers of white. So should have 2 white Christmas trees, right? And then we've got this layer, and the base layer as well. So 1, 2, 3, all cut at the same time, so you know they're all placed properly. There you go. So that's all. So that is what I need, my 5th one. Okay, can get this out of the way. So that's all using 1 die. Okay, so put that one away for now. Don't need that. Now we've got 5, and then we have the twine, which is the black, gold, and white, black, white, and gold twine. So as I said, my prototype, I didn't cut it long enough. Well, it still works on a tree, it will be fine, but if you want it to be like a wine bottle tag or a bottle tag, that might be a little bit too small. So I've given you in the kit a much longer piece. Okay, so that's like 30, I think it's 30 centimeter, so double it, 60 centimeter. Okay, that's the length. And then we've got our gold stripe ribbon as well, because I always think it looks nice and finished with a little bow at the top. You might want to omit that, it's totally up to you. Okay, that came with that because it's sticky. Okay, so I don't need the stamp, so put that away. Now this, it'll come like this for your kit because I'm so nice. I thought I'll do that for you because it is from that little die, which is from this Pine Tree Trimmings. See, I've drawn them around, so yeah, that comes from there. So I guess that's kind of like the garland for the trees. But so anyway, run 1 through, and then you've got the 7. I think the 7 there. All I did was then kind of gently cut around it like that. It just went like that. Oops, that's a bit of an angle. Yep. So yeah. Then, do you want me? I'll show you how I do it. So I'll cut out all the 4 that I need. Just so you know, like you can do this if you are wanting to make more than just the one that I'll give you in my kit. Okay, so that's about 4. I don't mind that there was a dot on that one, but yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show you what I've done. This is where your little tool like this, what is it called? Your pick tool. There's a name for it. Oh my goodness, I can't think right now. Okay, so I want my glue dot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, get my 4. I'll just cut a bit off there. Okay, and then I need this tool, but I want the putty end. Okay, so you got this end, which is the putty, and I just want to pick that up with that and put it straight on here. Pick that up, put it straight on there. Oops, what happened there? I don't know what happened there. Okay, pick that up and put it straight on here. Put it over it. That one's upside down. Let's just turn it over. Pick it up. So cool, eh? It's like a little extension to onto your arm. Here we go. So now you've got the 4. And then when you need to, you just pick it up with the pointy end, the sharp end. Okay, so that's really handy to have. So better put that away before I lose this. Little dies have a habit of disappearing. Okay, so now depending on how precise you want it to be, you can either score it. Okay, if we bring our handy dandy tool, either a scorer or a scoring tool, or your trimmer actually has scoring tool at the top there as well. So if I want to just place it right on the track, whoops, I'm just going to aim for the top, aim for the bottom here, is not quite in the middle. Okay, that's better. Don't cut it. So we're using our scoring. Oops, that might have been too hard. I heard a little crack. Okay, so then you're just scoring it and then folding it in half. See? So you can do either the black one or the gold one, but you know what? I prefer the gold, so I will do the gold. Right, so you can keep doing that for the others as well. So a bit more gentle. And then we're done. So usually what I'm a bit pedantic like this. Where I score, then I fold it downwards. So does that make sense? Like, let me just see. So I should be doing it on the black because I want to fold these in. Okay, so I should be doing it on the black side because when I fold down. On the side that I actually score, I fold down. Okay? I don't know, I find that just works better and nicer. So you really want probably your bone folder. Where's my bone folder? There we go. Okay, you can probably do that. Just like have a really good crease. So that's 3. Let's do 2 more. So top there in the middle, bottom in the middle. Lift it off the ground. Lift my finger off, and then scoring it. So don't want to go too hard, and because if you go too hard, you can end up ripping and cutting your paper, which you don't want to do. Not in this case. You just want to score it. Okay, so those 2, just so that I can get the trimmer out of the way. Woo. Okay. Right. So, you know what? That's the way I score. I should have scored it on the black side, right? Oh well. So I'll just go fold it backwards, fold it downwards first, and then I can always turn it over and do that side too. Okay. So yay. So one more. So these half, what am I doing? Yeah. All these halvesies now. Well, they're still fullsies. It's just folded in half. And then I'll go the other way. So yeah. Okay. Then it's a matter of just sticking these all together. Working with glue. So I'm going to bring out my silicone mat. It's always handy to have. And then we're just going to put very thin layer of glue. You can use, if you're better and you prefer our Stamping Seal or Stamping Seal Plus, then you're welcome to do that. Okay, so just going to align it. And liquid glue just gives me a bit of room, a bit of time to kind of maneuver everything so that they are. And I always give it a good press. Okay, you'll see that I do that as well with my cards. I give it a good press. Okay, and then I just keep going. So let's pull it up a bit closer. I'm not used to. Still not used to doing it so far away. Okay, then just move it. Move it, move it. Okay, it's 3. Then we've got 4th layer. We've got 5 trees. Right, go over here. Okay. There we go. And then finally, that one. Yep, and just do this side as well. Whoopsie. Might be a little bit too enthusiastic there. But you can see it's not much glue. Okay. Okay. So ta-da. Okay, we're just gonna press it really well. So it's no chance that it can fall out. Okay, and then basically it just opens up, fans up into this little Christmas tree. Okay, 3D Christmas tree. Alright, so before we seal that too, okay, this is when, okay, just making sure my hands are not gluey. Okay, we've got our ring thing. There's kind of like, you can kind of feel there's a little mark somewhere, maybe here, if you really want to, but I mean, I don't think it really matters because it's not very obvious. And again, you know, I like to put a little bit of glue dot, so it doesn't really matter, just pick one. Just pick one side, and then the next one is when you want to do, I'm going to use my silicone mat over my grid, okay, to find my midpoint. And probably can't really tell. Actually, you know what? I don't need this because this is glass, so the glass will be fine. So let's just see. This is my bottom. I'm going to put it there. Now, is that about the halfway? Is that about the mid symmetrical? Is that the center? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite. Okay. What about there? Let's pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, still not quite. Where is that? Maybe there? Maybe now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, and a bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So then I use another one. So this is being a little bit precise, eh? Okay, so now I've got my 2 glue dots. Okay, right. Then I'll use my thread. I'll just fold it in half. Okay, where's the half? We good? Okay, so just pick the bottom one, and I'm gonna thread this through. Oops, it's always tricky doing it on camera. Okay. Okay, so then I've got my middle here. Okay, in fact, if I wanted to, I could cross it. I could go down there. Okay, one on each end, one on each side. Where's that? Yeah, the glue dots. That's where I want it. Okay, and that will be fairly centered. Okay, so that's good. And then what I want to do is, you have your way of doing this, but what I've done is I've just knotted it twice. Okay, this is my second knot. Just making it really, really tight and really, really secure. Which is another reason why you want the bow, because it just kind of covers up these little knots. Although these are quite cool, quite neat. Okay, and then now we have we can make a bigger loop. So just there you go. Right. So it's pretty much that. And then you just want this to go on here like that. Now I'm going to use my silicone because I am going to use this glue. And I'm going to put glue all over here. So right in the center there, I want to put glue right into the center because that's where I'm going to put the thread, right in there. And then we just need to do one side. See, just throw things around. Okay, and then now just aiming for the middle. Okay, see that? Right, so that's all glued up. Glued up. Okay, just, and that's easily when it dries off, then I can just peel it off easily. So yeah, no mess. Woohoo! All right. Oops, that one is not straight, so hopefully there's still time. There's still time for me to just press it down. Okay. But there you go, we've got our ornament. Just like that, huh? Okay. Oops. And I want it up higher. Okay, it's still moving. Okay. So you just kind of maneuver and just making sure that every piece is down all right. That one. Okay. You want to make a liar of me? Okay. Pretty happy with that though. Okay, and then this is where these little thing comes in handy, just to give it a finished look. This is what they did on, so I'm just pulling using that sharp end, so I make sure that I've got both. And put it on. Okay. And then put one at the top as well. And then turn it over and do the other side. And just try and match it. And then that one. Try and match it. And there you have it. Okay, so we've got that. And then you've got this for the bow. You just put it on here like that. And you may need another one. See how you go. But yeah. Okay. So there you have it. Is our second ornament. Got the other one. And then I've just demonstrated how you do this one. And so if you have a wine bottle, it will, okay, you just have to tighten that, I guess. That's not a wine bottle, but that's a jar, a bottle jar, where you can use that as a tag. Isn't that cool? So it's kind of like you're giving a gift and a gift plus a gift, an extra gift. So that can be used as a nice ornament kind of packaging, but then it can also be used for the tree. So hope you like that. That is the second project, and you're getting all that as well. So you've got those two. So you can do the black and white look, or the more of the gold showing. Okay, that is our project for today. So we get the shaker card, okay, with chocolates that are free. You can open it, eat, consume your chocolate, and refill it. So you can do that. Yeah, so wait, it was arranged like that, wasn't it? That was our first project here, and then our second project here, which is the ornaments. And there you have it. These are the projects for today. 2 projects. And so yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it inspires you. I hope you find that that's not too onerous. It's not too hard, you know, to make this ornament or the cards, and that will be a nice little gifty ideas for friends and family. So thank you so much for joining me, and I have one more live next week on Wednesday, because then I think it's time to take a break and do Christmassy and get ready for Christmas Day. It's like so much effort, right, to put in for one day, but yeah, so anyway, yeah, so we'll finish up next week. On Wednesday will be my last live video for 2025. And then we'll be back. We'll take 2 weeks break, and we'll be back at the beginning of January, around the beginning of January. Yeah, I will see if I can work at the timings with the times we go away camping. So yeah, but yeah, one more next week. Now, next week probably won't be Christmassy idea. Or maybe boxes and stuff like that, maybe. I'm not entirely sure yet. But if you have any ideas, if you have anything you wanted to see, please do let me know. Comment and let me know, and I'll see what I can do. I've got a week to prepare for it, right? So thank you for watching. Yeah, so be sure to check out you know, what you need to do to get these kit here for free, for me to send it in the mail to you. And also if you're ordering any products for Christmas, be sure to put it in as soon as possible and before the 9th of December. We have a whole lot of things going on. We have product of the month. So if you haven't seen that, my social media, I have posted some. I've shared some of it. But also, yeah, this product of the month in December is the True Blue Florals paper. I don't have a sample because, just like you, I only just found out yesterday as well what it is, only on social. We actually couldn't pre-order that one. It was all a surprise for everybody. And then product of the month, so yeah, find out the details on how you get that. And also last chance list. Be sure to check that. Check out what's on the last chance. It has been updated. Lots of products that you probably think, yeah, probably could use as gifts. So make sure you do find out about check those out, and yeah, so that if you have to order anything, make sure you order it before the 9th of December. All right, thank you. I will see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.